All right, welcome to our post-game press conference following our first Elite Eight semifinal, won by Drury tonight by the final score of 74-65, advancing to the national championship game Friday here in Columbus at 8 p.m. For members of our media joining us, please use the Q&A feature in this Zoom conference. You can ask your question. I will read your questions to our guests, and please, if you would indicate which person you would like the question asked, please do so. Joining us now is Drury head coach Amy Eagan and student athlete junior Paige Robinson. Both of you, congratulations on your win today. Media members, you can go ahead and begin submitting your questions. And Coach Eagan, if you would please begin with an opening statement.
Missed that opening statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, wow, what a game. You know, Landers obviously a very talented team. Again, a lot of athletes on that team that can get downhill, which we struggled with a little bit. I never thought I would say this, but a zone won us that game. And that's something, you know, we typically don't play a lot of at Drury. But I thought we had a really, really good showing in our zone, and we just blocked out really well in it. You know, offensively, we struggled a little bit with some of the pressure to get into some of our normal stuff. So we went a little bit to just some three-man type game, ball screen stuff, a little bit more the middle of the floor without the weave action today, just because they were denying so hard as we went. So I thought Paige got some really, really good looks out of that. She did a great job of reading it. And that really helped us in the third quarter with scoring. She really stepped up as she always does for us. And then, you know, defense, I mean, we just, after that first quarter, we just buckled down defensively and did it defensively and rebounding wise.
All right, thank you, Coach. We will start with our questions. Matt Vereen from KOLR. Coach Eagan, headed to the national championship in your first year as the Drury head coach. It's the goal you've aimed for all year. How does it feel now that you've achieved it?
I mean, it feels great, but we ain't done yet. You know, we got one more, and you know, I want us to enjoy this and celebrate this, obviously, but you know, as a staff, we got to get back to work tonight and get ready for our next opponent. And our kids are locked in. I mean, you know, when we do video or we do film and we do scout, you know, they want to win, so they're preparing themselves. So we've got one more to get before we walk out of here feeling the best.
Paige, also from Matt, you know how it felt to fall in the semifinals 2 years ago. How does it feel to come out on top this time around?
It's crazy. We're on an all-time high right now. You know, coming into this year, we didn't think that we were going to make it this far. A lot of people didn't think we were going to make it this far, but we stuck together, and obviously we deserve to be here.
Follow-up to that, after being undefeated last year and not having an opportunity to play, how rewarding is it for you this year?
Me?
That's for you, Paige. Yep.
You know, I don't even know. Right now it's just crazy, but I'm just glad that we're in the position we're in, and I'm glad that we can come out this year and get it for last year's seniors and everyone on this team this year. So it's awesome.
Coach Eagan, you touched on it a little bit. How big was Asia Lynch for you tonight? She finished with 22 points and 16 rebounds.
She did both ends. I mean, she stepped up. You can see it in her eyes tonight. She just had that look that refused to lose look. And, you know, you talk about shutting down a great post player. She just did such a good job of keeping it out of her hands. And then, you know, we knew she got a lot of offensive rebounds and scored that way. And she did a great job of blocking her out. And then, man, she gave us some stuff on the offensive end too. She was big for us. So just a kid that really stepped up for us tonight.
Coach, I want to go back to the first quarter. You trailed by 17 yesterday. You trailed by as many as 8 in the first quarter today. Yes, you've been able to dig out of a hole, but is it concerning that you've gotten off to slow starts here the first 2 days?
You know, I mean, I think that's always concerning as a coach. I mean, you never want to get off to a slow start. You never want to dig a hole. You know, especially when you get in games like this where you're playing a lot of talent. You know, it's hard and it takes a lot of energy to get back to even or back ahead. So it's always concerning and something, you know, we continuously have to talk about and get better at, obviously, as a program with it. But, you know, I'm just proud that our kids just stay the course. You know, sometimes maybe it takes us a little bit to figure it out, but we try to wear them down, you know, wear them down with how physical we're going to be, wear them down with our speed up and down, wear them down with our energy. And I thought we even did that, after the first quarter again. And like I said, the zone helped too, but I thought we wore them down a little bit. And their team was playing a lot of minutes. So, I think overall, we'd obviously like to get off to a better start. And maybe on Friday, that'll be our day to do that.
Coach Emily Parker had a big role for you yesterday, 13.6 rebounds in the quarterfinal, but played in foul trouble and only played in 13 minutes. So how were you able to overcome her absence?
Elena's been playing phenomenal with us or for us, this last half of the year. And I think we're just so confident in our kids that we know, just even with what we've been through this year and somebody going down, it's got to be the next person up. And I think, our kids just do a really good job of putting themselves in that position and practice first to get ready for that. And then just coming out and just understanding the mentality you have to play with, EP's out and Lena knows she has to take her game to that next level, both defensively and offensively.
Paige, you had a slow start tonight, 6 points, 13 though in the third quarter, and you finished with a game high 27. What got you going in that third quarter?
I just had a refuse to lose mentality, like Coach Eagan said. I knew how big this game was, and I had to get past my emotions and really step up for my team. So it was nice to finally get on a roll.
And a question from one of our media members. Do you care to comment on your injury? Apparently you're okay because you're able to return.
I'll be okay for Friday. I'll tell you that.
All right, sounds good. Coach, any thoughts on Friday's championship game? Obviously getting there is big. You have two very formidable opponents coming up. Just maybe a thought on Friday.
They're both very, very good. So we're going to have to be game prepped. We're going to have to be locked in. All the stuff that we talk about every single day with these kids. So we'll be ready, but they're both very, very talented.
Okay, Coach, thanks for joining us. Paige, congratulations. You will be playing in the championship game Friday at 8 o'clock. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you.
Media members, thank you for your questions. I think we touched on everything in there. If you are waiting to join the Lander press conference, please close out your Zoom and rejoin, and then we'll have Lander in just a few moments.